Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Minnesota Vikings and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Will Reichert to kick off for the Vikings.
Mike Tirico along with Greg Olson. Will Reichert will get this one started. Should be a fun one. Off we go on EA Sports. And he'll manage to get this back only to about the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
Rodgers going to put it up to get started. He's going to test the secondary right away. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, and it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
On third down, Rodgers. He finds Metcalf on the slant. And he's going to get awfully close to the first down marker, but appears just to be a few inches short.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a fourth down decision to make.
They'll go. It's Johnson. And he's going to have the Steelers first down. They find a way to keep the drive going with the fourth down conversion.
10 at the 31-yard line.
Over here. Blue 58.
Another run here with Johnson. And tough running there. He's up to the 32. That's Jonathan Grenard in for the stop.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 32-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 9. Rodgers. His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down. These are the impact plays that this linebacker is capable of, Mike. Not only dissecting and determining where the ball was going, but then to shoot through the line of scrimmage and make this tackle for a loss. That's a big-time play by a really good player.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11.
Green 18. Jumbo.
Play action now with Rodgers. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down. Jonathan Grenard. He's able to force the big loss on the sack, and it sets up 3rd and long.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
3rd and long for Rodgers. Now he'll air one out. And he's going to be brought down inside the 15. A big-time play for Pittsburgh. That gains an even 60 yards. Still get a first down at the 1. First and 10, they go from the 11. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's second down.
Jonathan Grenard on the tackle. A gain of 2 brings up second and 8 at the Vikings' 9-yard line.
Hey,
On the ground, it's Johnson. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now, it's third down.
A 2-yard pickup brings up third and 6.
The RPO, that one is complete. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
It's fourth down.
Now on fourth down, the veteran Chris Boswell on for the Steelers. This one is good. He knocks it through.
Makes the score.
So just a lone field goal in the first quarter of play. It's the Steelers with the early lead. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this.
Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. That's fielded just shy of the goal line. And he will only be able to muster the 20-yard line on that return.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
ready. Let's go. Cougar 19, Shady Lions.
He'll run. This is Jordan Mason. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
Tackle made at the 21-yard line. 1-yard gain brings up second and 9.
From the 21, here's second down and 9. From the shotgun, it's a throw from McCarthy.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play. That pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
Work to do following the sack. It is third and long.
At the 60, at the 60.
From the gun, here's McCarthy. To the middle of the field. Taken in by Addison. Pretty good effort on that one. It will not be enough. It's going to bring up fourth down. On fourth down, out comes Ryan Wright to punt for Minnesota. Take it in, back at his own 12. Oh, hello. He is stopped in his tracks on that one. They made sure that return was not going any farther.
21-yard line.
This drive starts at the 21. It's first and 10. They'll start this on the ground with Johnson. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
No gain on
Second and
the play.
10.
Brings up second and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Out of the pistol, Rodgers to throw. He'll find his man. Nicole Hardman. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield.
27 yards.
First and 10.
That's good for
All
the
right.
Steelers.
Let it
First
in.
down.
On the handoff, it's Johnson. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
A loss of 2.
Great job by that
Brings up
linebacker
second and
timing
12
his blitz. He
at
didn't
the
give any
46-yard
indication to the
line.
offense that he was coming, and he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. That's caught by Smith on the right side. Big stride. Look at him go. And he study for his first few seasons, Brett Favre.
Chris Boswell, the kickoff.
Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. A return now from the 4. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over.
At their own 24-yard line.
They'll run. This is Mason. Not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. Short pass, caught by Oliver. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Looking to throw. McCarthy. He'll let this go. Deep for Jefferson. Asante Samuel that time. All over him in coverage. Here's Ryan Wright now, as he's on to punt for the 2nd straight drive. This is away, and it's a very good kick. Angled toward the sideline. This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line.
Kelly, don't let Kelly. No.
So the drive begins with a give to Johnson. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
So now a timeout for the Vikings. That is their first, and they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play.
319.
From the gun, Rodgers. Oh, he couldn't set his feet, but he completes it anyway. They're going to get this all the way up close to the 40-yard line. A big play after being backed up, and even 30 yards. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Throwing, Rodgers. Here's a screen set up for Warren.
You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen play still in the back of their head.
And he gets back to Hardman. And he's out of bounds on that pass play. That's a Steeler 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
On play action, Rodgers. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the fight. And it's 2nd down.
right, so the ball falls incomplete, but I think what it does now, Mike, is it allows you to stop the clock, get in the huddle, take a deep breath, and now your play caller has to give you the best play. Go get points here before the half and try to build something going into halftime.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. That's quickly to Frymuth on the RPO. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Now Pittsburgh will bang a timeout here. That's their 2nd. And it'll come with 15 seconds to play in this first half. Here's 1st and 10. To the air once more. It's Rodgers. He's got it at the 7. And they'll get him down inside the 5-yard line. It's 1st and goal coming up. Now here's a timeout. They're going to take it with 8 seconds remaining until the break. Ball sitting on the 3. It is 1st down and goal. They'll throw again. Here's Rodgers. That one broken up in the end zone. It's incomplete. Wow, the coverage excellent there. It'll bring up 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and
Doesn't get much better than that. Had he gotten there just a little bit earlier, he probably draws the flag a little late, and it's probably a touchdown.
Going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
Brings up 3rd and
Here comes Chris Boswell to try a field goal. This about as short as you can get. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Steelers will open up a 13-0 lead.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. He's going to elect not to bring this one out. Probably a wise decision as this ball comes out to the 35. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 9.
At the 36-yard line.
Again, it's Jones. And he'll take this up past the 40. Pick up the 5.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line.
3rd down and 3.
And it's 3rd down.
Here we go. 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Throwing now, it's McCarthy. He's got his man. It's Jefferson. And he's going to have the 1st down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down. Here's McCarthy. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
Now listen, I'm going to give the guy credit. It was a really nice catch, keeping his feet in bounds along the sidelines. It just doesn't amount to much in the grand scheme of things.
McCarthy to the air on 2nd down. That one caught by the former Lion, T.J. Hawkinson. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They got it inside the 15. A big play and a much-needed one as well. 39 yards.
Here we go, set, go.
Up the middle, here's Jones. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards.
The tackle made at the 6-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Throwing on 2nd down is McCarthy. That's pulled in at the 2. And a big collision there down near the goal line keeps him out of the end zone. On 3rd and a yard, it's McCarthy. He's got his big tight end, John Oliver. Touchdown, Minnesota. That touchdown number 1 for him on the year. On now for the extra point. Here's Will Riker. His kick is good. And the Vikings are on the board. It's now 13-7.
Vikings 7.
Riker out now following the touchdown as he kicks this one away. To return is Kenneth Gainwell. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30.
29-yard line.
Give it right up the middle. Here's Johnson. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it.
When you look throughout this game, Mike, I don't think there's even debate. This defensive line has clearly won the battle at the line of scrimmage over this offensive line. And for an offense that wants the run game to be such a critical element to its plan, they've got to do a better job because there's nowhere to run. There's no holes for the back to find. And all these 0 or negative runs are putting them in some really bad spots.
He's going to air one out for Metcalf. And they're going to have this all the way down inside the 30-yard line. A big-time play for Pittsburgh. 42 yards. To break the huddle, coming up now for 1st and 10.
We are going. 318. Box it, box it, box it, box it. Kelly, don't let Kelly. Screen it.
It's Johnson from the pistol. And he is planted backfield. Defenders crashing through. Blow up that play behind the line.
How would you like to be this running back here? You get the ball, you're thinking, all right, get through the line, and next thing you know, the big old D-tackle's just waiting for you there in the hole. Nowhere for you to go as he takes you down for a loss.
Open man is Smith. He's got him. Good work there to get this back close to a 1st down. 13 on the gain. It sets up a much more manageable 3rd and 2.
If you're going to give him this much time to scan the field, he's inevitably going to find an open man downfield like he does here. That's a great job remaining patient and letting that play develop.
3rd and a yard.
Right.
They'll try to run for it with Johnson. And the Steelers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They find a way to convert on 3rd and 1.
What a great run down here inside the red zone, Mike. It's so important that you still can run the ball. Great job here by the back. I thought for a minute he was going to score. He gets it all the way down inside the 1, and I wouldn't be surprised if they let him finish this drive off.
Trying to push the pile forward, but he's not going to get in. They stop him up short. So we'll take it to the other end as we are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. From back at the 2 now, here's 2nd and goal. Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump? We'll try it one more time, but now a bit closer. It is 2nd and goal.
319. Go on, Poco over here. 319.
And he is going the wrong way. Tackled back at the 7.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on third down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
So the last two plays have gone backwards. Now it's third and goal. In the shotgun, it's A-Rod. This one caught at the 4.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
And this one, right down the middle. It's good. And that could be big. They now take a 2-score advantage. Back out is Boswell following the field goal. He'll send this one away. This will be taken in at the 2. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's McCarthy. He'll let this one go deep down the right sideline. Jalen Naylor was the intended receiver that time. And it'll bring up second down.
They nearly connected on the big play downfield, but he's not quite able to hold on to that ball through the contact. You can chalk that one up as a win defensively.
I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down. From the gun, here's McCarthy. That one intercepted. Picked off by Joey Porter Jr. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
A-Rod down to throw on 1st down. Throwing off his back foot, and it's taken in. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
The RPO, that one is complete, and he looks to be a bit short of the line, and that is going to bring up 4th down.
As a play caller, those are the plays that just drive you crazy, Mike. You think you're going to pick up the 1st down, you get tackled just shy of the sticks, and now a little bit of a gamble here on 4th down.
Now Rodgers on 4th down. The blitz gets there. He is sacked, and they turn it over on downs.
You got to give credit to the defensive coordinator here. He went into attack mode, had a great blitz plan for this 4th down situation, disrupted the timing of the offense, and the quarterback had nowhere to go. He flushes out of the pocket to keep the play alive, and they're able to chase him down, force the sack, force the turnover on downs. The biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
3rd and long obviously isn't an ideal situation to be in offensively. It makes you very predictable, which then places a ton of stress on your offensive line and your quarterback. So they've got to start being more productive in these early downs and set themselves up for more success come 3rd down.
To the air on third down is McCarthy. Over the middle, that's the tight end Hutchinson. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. First and 10 now from the 36. To the air once more is McCarthy. He's got the hook up there on the comeback route. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, inside the 20. They're at the 17-yard line now for first and 10. Throwing again is McCarthy. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
Asante Samuel on the coverage.
Here we go. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Let's go.
McCarthy gonna look to throw again. He's doing it inside the 5. And the Vikings are gonna have first and goal coming up. Tackle made at the 3-yard line. To throw once more, here's McCarthy. That one taken in, middle of the end zone. Jalen Naylor, touchdown Vikings. Reichert now to add the extra point. He's got it. The Vikings will cut it to a 2-point lead.
Steelers 16, Vikings 14.
So the lead is down to just 2 now in the fourth quarter as they kick it off. They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. And he will get back to only about his 20-yard line. That's where the drive will start.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Back north.
Out of the pistol, Rodgers to throw. That one is complete to Hardman. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. A big one here in the fourth quarter. 35 yards.
First down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Cali, don't let Cali. Green 18. Ace, black. Green 18.
They'll run Johnson. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
Now, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
They'll drop to throw. Oh, he couldn't set his feet, but he completes it anyway. That's the second charge timeout for Minnesota. Talk things over before third down.
Third and 4.
From the gun, Rodgers. That'll be caught. It's Metcalf. And he'll move his ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. He's over 100 receiving yards on the afternoon now, and a first down to boot.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
They'll run the draw with Warren, and he'll get about 5.
The tackle made at the 12-yard line. It's a gain of 5.
They'll break the huddle. It's second and 5. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. Metcalf reels it in on the right side. The Vikings go ahead and use their final timeout. Clock stops, 46 seconds to go.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
That is caught out wide on the RPO. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play.
And that's exactly how you stress all week, finishing a game. Get the ball and leave no doubt. But that late touchdown, Mike, that should all but just seal this victory away.
Makes the score Steelers 23, Vikings 14.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. This is fielded inside the 5. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
This is first and 10. From the shotgun, it's a throw from McCarthy. They all throw Cameron Hayward in there to bring him down. And that's his first sack of the year. The Steelers going to use one of their timeouts, and they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ballgame. Now on second and long. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. Looking for Jefferson deep downfield. That'll be incomplete. And now we are down to likely just one more play. Big play in the game right here. It's third down. Here we go. One final play. Rolling right. He's going to look downfield once again. And the final throw of the game winds up incomplete. And that will do it. This one comes to an end. So this one in the win column for the Steelers. And with an open date on the schedule next week, we'll be able to savor this one for a while. Rest up and ready to get back at it in 2 weeks' time. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The party just getting started. No place better to do that as we say so long from Dublin.